This is the CheckDown. No fluff. No filters. Just football.
Yo, what's good? It's your host, Smitty. I'm here with your other two guys, man, Sir, Dre. What's good, y'all? How y'all feeling, man?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to hear that shit.
What's good, man? Hey, look, I feel a lot better than Texans fans should right today.
Uh,
So
Yeah,
uh,
man. So,
that's
it
I
how
could
we
mean,
always
starting.
be worse. So
That's how
it
we
could always
starting.
be worse.
I, I
I'm
mean,
just
but
Okay.
look,
saying, man, it could always be worse. No,
obviously, y'all see the title, man. This is our divisional round recap, day two. Hey, man, yesterday got a little ugly, man. I don't think a lot of people seen some of those games going in the manner that it did, but it did, right? So, after watching obviously game one, the Texans versus the Patriots. Patriots win 28-16. The overlapping story, right? Obviously, you want to talk about the Patriots going to the AFC Championship game, but the performance from the franchise quarterback for the Texans, CJ Stroud, 20 for 47, 212 yards, one touchdown, four interceptions. Um, how y'all feel, man, after watching how he performed, man?
Good, Dre.
I feel like if Bryce Young was their quarterback, they win that football game yesterday. That's what I feel like. So that's all
Yeah,
I really got for now.
I think it's like an ugly showing, right? Like you come out, you know what I mean, your defense, like obviously the score says you lost by double digits, but like if you really go back and look at that game, like they had an opportunity to take that game over a multitude of times, like down the stretch, like even going into the fourth quarter, the game was really, really close. Um, CJ Stroud just couldn't get out his own way, man. He just kept making crucial mistakes and crucial moments, and like
Mm-hmm.
finally, somebody got to win. You know what I mean? And your defense can only hold up for so long with the three and outs, three and outs, three and outs, three and outs. Your rushing game is putrid. I think they had like 48 total yards. You know what I mean? So like rushing, your running back one, I think he had 14 carries for 17 yards. Like it just wasn't a good showing, man. And when you performing like that, when the game close, my coaches always told me, don't get the ball away. You can't get the ball away. You can't get them free possessions. You can't get them good field position. You can't put them in position to score. Like, I don't know. How you feel, sir?
Um, 10 turnovers in 2 games is unacceptable. Like there is no context that needs to be had. There's no bail that can be offered, and you hit it on the head. Uh, every I never played QB, but we on the field. We hear the coaches. The first job of the QB is to protect the ball. Period. Period. I don't give a fuck how uh, talented you are, how skilled you are, how smart you are. The first job of the quarterback is to protect the ball. Houston should have got dog walked. They turned the ball over 3 times on that side of the field, and I think the Patriots um, only scored twice. You know what I'm saying? Like they should have been annihilated. And I know the CJ supporters don't want to hear it, but uh, he looks awful in the playoffs, man. Well, he looks awful in his elimination games, the divisional round. Wild card round, yeah. He looked cool, but the divisional round, man, he just completely unravels. And I know, people like CJ, so he's gonna get the bail. His guys wasn't there. I get that, but it's like one turnover, cool. Two turnovers, okay, all right. But once we get to three, four, five, now you've been a hindrance, especially with the way that your defense is playing. I believe Will Anderson had 3 sacks by himself and a strip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like your defense is balling, bro. You know, like your defense is keeping you in the game. They're getting New England off the field, and you're the reason why the New England Patriots had 5 extra possessions. You are,
Facts.
And
you know.
certified, you
And
want
you
to know what
know,
disturbs me the most, bro? Because it was like opportunities in there where even the Patriots weren't playing their best game. They were giving the ball
Hmm.
up too. All you had to do was just get some type of points, and you just was doing the dumbest stuff I ever seen. But like, I was really frustrated watching that game because I was like, I would have preferred watching Davis Mills at that point, bro.
Hmm.
No
look,
cap.
And what I was saying when we was watching, T Smith had a shout out to T Smith and the boys. We had a space up, and I was like, bro, you listen, man, listen. You can't keep giving New England these opportunities. At some point in time, they're going to take advantage, and that's exactly what happened. You know, I haven't seen any growth from CJ, man. He's the same player that he was last year. He's making the same bonehead mistakes. He's throwing into triple and quadruple coverage. He's not protecting the ball when he's in the pocket. The handful of times that he does decide to scramble, he's holding the ball like a loaf of bread. Okay, he is so carefree with the ball, and is directly linked to them losing games.
Yeah, and like to add to your point, he's regressed, in my opinion. He's regressed, and even in that game yesterday, your defense still had y'all outside of like the score was like 8 points, I believe. So that's like one possession if you can get the 2 point conversion. Two possessions if you only go for one. Like the defense, that Texans defense still had y'all in the game with 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, and you can't get the job done. And yeah,
yeah,
okay, you didn't have Nico, you didn't have your starting tackle, but bro, in 2 playoff games, you have 5 plus turnovers in both, like in total. Like that's unacceptable.
not facts. Like I tweeted it out yesterday during the game. It felt like to me, CJ lost composure really, really early on. And when he lost that composure, honestly, it felt like I was watching Daniel Jones play quarterback. Like he just fell apart. His mechanics fell apart and everything fell apart. He couldn't see the field anymore. And I mean, credit to the Texans. I mean, to the Patriots because y'all were getting after him, right? Like you didn't give him a lot of time too. So credit to you guys. But man, yeah, if I'm a Texans fan, I'm definitely worried because the defense it did keep you in the game. Like I tweeted multiple times, I feel like three isn't enough on that possession, but you need your defense to be elite, right? Like you need your defense to step up. And I feel like the defense, every time I would say it, they would step up, and it never translated into them getting anything going on offense. So um
To be honest though,
they
like
might have to consider a change, man. They might have to do something else.
yeah. So let me just say this, right? So when it came to the game, like you could look at the turnovers, but honestly, like almost the only turnover we scored on was the pick six. So the other four, we didn't generate any points from them turnovers. So the defense did the job in holding up. Um, to me, like the difference was in the red zone. Like they just could not. They got to the red zone 4 times. They only got one touchdown. Um, and so like they weren't really converting in the red zone like that. And I think that's the difference in the game. And like CJ Stroud, the first half, that might have been. I've been watching football over 30 years of my life. That might have been the worst quarterback play I've seen in a half of a football game that I've ever seen. I'll be honest. It was bad. And partly it was him, partly it was offensive line, and partly it was my D line getting pressure. Because like if you were really intently watching like the trenches, like we were in the backfield every play. Like it just wasn't Milton Williams or Christian Barmore. It was everybody. It was our like our backup DT Durden. He was there. Chason was there. Harold Landry was there. Like like that offensive line just wasn't getting any push. What I will say about CJ though, like when he came out in the second half, like that first drive, even though they didn't score a touchdown, like they drove right down the field and scored a field goal. So to me, it kind of like he kind of got his composure at the half. I don't know if the coaches, showed him something, or they had like a prepared 12 to 15 plays to start the second half. He looked better at that point, but then as the second half went on, he kind of reverted back to what I seen in the first half. He didn't turn over the ball like he did in the first half, but like they just could not get anything going, and it puts the Texans in a hard spot because it's like you drafted this kid second overall, like you got to decide because he going into his fourth year. You got to decide if you're gonna pay him or not. And if you're talking about $60 million, I don't think you could pay him that.
Nah, because I think next season will be year 4,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
so what I think they'll do is they'll see how year 4 plays out and decide if they're gonna pick up the 5th year, because that's essentially what the Panthers did this previous season. They made the decision like, okay, we saw some sort of progression out of Bryce Young. We're gonna pick up his 5th year option. Like we made that decision. And I think that's something that the Texans have to think about going into year 4. But I'm gonna be honest, there's only so many excuses I feel like CJ is going to be deserving to have. You've changed your offensive coordinator twice. I do understand that your offensive line is a work in progress, but y'all still were competitive enough to make it this far with that group of guys. Yes, Nico went out. Nico was out during the regular season, and you guys still were able to be a competitive team with that. Um, I can't shoot CJ anymore, Bill. I think the bell that could have been given to him was last year. This year, it's just unacceptable. You have to play better, especially when you have a defense. I think is a championship level defense that's not going to be able to stay together much longer. So you gotta make it worth something, and CJ has to step up. He has to.
I mean,
And
like,
you know, my usual argument for like quarterbacks, right, is like usually I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, maybe they perform so well in their first year they can't live up to the hype. No, no, no. You're far off from what you did in that first season, my boy. Like, and then the like I see a lot of people like giving him Bill because he won, a playoff game in each of his first 2 seasons, but the second game has always looked shaky. It's always putrid, and,
yeah,
and,
but
and
you
it's
gotta look
like.
at who he played though. Like that, I think people don't do that. Like, look at his wild card round games. Like the teams he's going up against were not even close as good as the Texans were.
Yeah, it was the Chargers and
Well, the
the
Chargers.
Steelers.
I forgot who the third one was against.
Yeah, I forgot who the first his rookie year who they played off.
Yeah, so we gotta look at the context of it because the context of it is, once they came up against a real team, they couldn't beat said team.
Yeah, but game 2. Oh well, actually, yeah, game 2, man, a lot more interesting. Came down to the wire. Bears versus Rams. Rams win in overtime, 17-20. How y'all feel about the game, man? What was your take?
And Caleb Williams, he has proven me he got that gene in him. He has shown me that when it comes time, he will step up in that clutch moment to give his team a chance to win. That play to tie up the game at the end was insane. To have them be able to go to overtime, like him being able to scramble back and then throw that dot to connect in the end zone, like that was incredible. I will say, surprisingly, this turned out to be a very defensive matchup. I thought this was one of the games yesterday that could be high scoring, but it was really a chess match between Da and Shula with the Rams, and I think it kind of forced the difference out of both offenses. The Bears were able to run the ball, but not as effectively as I thought they would have been able to. And the Rams, like, they were kind of able to get off in the run game. Not like crazy, but they were able to kind of establish the run. Like, the Bears kind of held up well against Puka. Um, Man, that game just from start to finish was pretty exciting to watch, even though it
Yeah.
wasn't high scoring.
So I got a lot to say about this game. Um, I'm gonna start with the Rams. I feel like that defense showed a lot of cracks, and Stafford put that ball in jeopardy a few times, man. And it was just, I say sometimes, you need a good player, you need the right situation, you need the right system, and you got to be lucky. That that boy Stafford got lucky a lot yesterday, man. When that strip sack and the ball bounced right back into his chest. He threw that ball up there a few times, and the Bears just wasn't able to capitalize. But shout out to the Rams for standing tall. As far as the other side of the ball, man, I feel like the Chicago Bears got a lot of things good going for them. They need a Edmonds. He, I don't even know if he has hips. It's like he has a torso and he has knees. He looks so fucking stiff, dog. Like he looked like Frankenstein when he's running. He cannot be a starter, dog. Tremaine Edmonds is so slow and so stiff. Like he has the stiffest hips that I think I've ever seen in my life. That was crazy what I just said. Um, and as far as I like Ben Johnson, but I don't know if this is gonna work because I feel like him and Caleb are one and the same. Somebody has to reel somebody in, and Caleb is. You got to keep a you got to with all of his talent. You got to keep a lid on him. You got to be able to reel him in sometime. And I feel like now I will put more to blame on DJ Moore. That was a piss poor ass route that he ran, man. He should be ashamed of himself. He ran that route like he was a decoy. He didn't even look back for the ball. But with that said, why did you call that play? You were 13 yards away from being in field goal position. Why do you keep doing stuff like that, Ben Johnson? And even if you do call that play, listen, that should be last on your progression. This is the type of stuff that I don't like about Ben Johnson. He got a lot of Dan Campbell in him. You got to coach your kid up in that situation. You don't just call that play and give him free range to do whatever he want to do. Walk him through that play. You need 13 yards to get into field position. 13 yards. You don't need a 35-yard play. That is not what you do. And I don't know if him and Caleb can coexist because who's going to be the adult in this situation?
Wait, but sir, like I feel you, but I feel like you kind of at that point asking Caleb to be a different quarterback than he's been taught to be since college, right?
No,
Like,
no.
look at the
See,
Lincoln Riley
no,
thing. Like,
this my thing. Hear me out. That play, that Mahomes like shit that he did when he threw that dot in the corner of the end zone. That's Caleb's job. The next is Ben's job is to reel him in, okay? Because you this is his second year. This is his first year in the playoff. You just can't give him free range to do whatever he want to do. Calm him down. If you call that play, you have to coach, you have to walk him through. If you're going to call that play, that long development play in that position, you have to walk your young guy through that. You can't give him free range to do whatever he wants because he made the bad decision in trusting DJ Moore in trying to hit that target 35 yards downfield. I feel like that's on Ben Johnson. Number one, for calling that play, and number two, not walking him through what the progression should be.
let me
Because
ask you,
if that's what Ben told him to do, get him the fuck out of there, man. He needs to be an OC.
if the play is executed correctly, does it work?
It
Yes,
does,
if
but why
DJ
take
if
that?
DJ
But
Moore runs the
why
proper
take that
route,
risk when you only
No, no,
need
no, 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 no,
13
no,
yards to
no,
end the
no,
game?
no.
if
See,
DJ Moore runs
all
the
that.
proper route, he's wide open and he's probably making a move on the DB going to the crib.
What are we talking about?
But this is why you have a head coach, so he
Wait,
can
but no, no,
manage the
no, no, no,
game.
no, no,
Hold on,
no,
hear me
no.
Yes,
out.
sir.
Hear
Slow
me.
down,
Hold on,
slow down.
hear me out.
Because
This is why
the
you
point
have a
is
head
that he
coach
did
so that
nothing
you can
wrong, though,
manage the
son.
situation. He didn't manage the situation.
Yes, he did.
All right, I see it
Look,
differently.
the reason I asked the reason I asked you
I know
if the
one
players
motherfucking lady, Bill
executed
Belichick.
correctly,
If Bill Belichick heard his offensive coordinator call that play, he would have said, "No, we need 13 yards,
if the plays
and we're
executed
going to get 15
correctly,
yards, and then we're going to go the fuck home."
Well, you don't even got to point to Bill Belichick. I can give you an example yesterday in the Patriot game. Vrabel, we wasn't in the third quarter really moving the ball. We had an 8-point lead. He went over to Josh McDaniels and said, "Run the fucking ball." And
Right.
we drive where we took the ball back at the 2, and we literally ran it every play. We got 3-4 first downs to kill a lot of clock. So I mean that's just an example, like I mean, of a head coach who doesn't call plays but can realize in the game what the game needed at the time, and he told his OC what the game
He
needed.
managed the
yeah,
situation.
but he didn't do any. I don't think the call was the wrong call. If it's
You needed
executed, it
13
works.
yards, Dre.
It doesn't matter. Look, I'm the head coach. My job is to, or if I'm the play caller, my job is to draw up the play.
Okay.
Your job as the football player is go out and do exactly what I tell you to do on that football field
All right.
and give
Hey,
maximum effort doing it.
hey, Smitty, how you
If
feel
you're
about that
not
play
going to do
call?
that, that's on you.
Okay, I'm gonna say like
That's
this.
on the player.
Okay, look. I'm in between, right? Because I feel like if the play is run, I do agree with Dre. It does if it does get executed properly, it's a completed pass. They in excellent field goal range. They do go home. But I also agree with Certified that as a head coach in that moment, it was not necessary to call a 35-yard bomb. It just wasn't necessary. You were at maximum 20 yards away from being in the perfect field position to get out of there. Anyways, you don't have to put the ball in any type of harm's way when Caleb had been pretty much using the middle of the field and the tight ends and executing well up until that play. You didn't need to go and put it out there like that. Breaking news, Zach Charbonnet will undergo knee knee surgery. He's out for the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, that's a big loss for them, man.
That's a
He's a goal line back.
huge loss for them.
Um,
What
so
about you, Mick? How you feel about that play?
I mean, I don't think you needed that play right there. To be honest with you, the way they were running the football, they were what, at like the Rams 45-40 somewhere right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think you were
And
running the
Colston
ball
Loveland, don't you think? Like, hold on.
I'm just saying, like, how you were running the ball the whole game, you were pretty effective running it. I'd at least try to run it on first. And if that didn't work, like say you only gained like 3-4 yards, and on the second down play, I would have play actioned it. I mean, to me, the Bears' advantage that whole game to me was the tight ends. Like the Rams, Colson got dinged up or whatever. I don't think he was in that drive. I'm not sure. There was a couple drives that he was
Cole
in.
Komet was in there, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, even
Okay.
Komet was cooking, man. Like they was cooking that defense, with the tight ends in the middle on the sidelines. So I just felt like they should have ran the ball. Like I mean, the play was there, but like
Okay.
DJ Moore, bro, like you're not like we're not talking about Roma Dunze or Luther Burton. Like these are first and second year players. Though you're supposed to be the veteran on the squad. Like what he did, like you can't do that, nigga. This is not the preseason, dog. This is the playoffs. It's win to go home, and you in overtime. You can't do what he did. And so for Bear fans, if they're mad at DJ Moore, I get it, because you can't have that. You just can't. And I mean, he partly the reason why they going home.
I'm gonna be
What,
honest. That
what
has
about
been
you,
my
Pop?
issue. Okay, one, I do agree. I don't think that play call should have been called at that moment. I honestly felt like that they at times went away from the run when that was working for them, or going away from your tight ends when to the like the point JMIK saying like Lovely and Komet was cooking, and that was something that was like an evaluation I had about the game is how the Rams linebackers don't do well in space, in coverage. So I'm not. I'm just not a big fan of the play, but this has been my issue with DJ Moore, his tenure with Chicago, is he seems to give up on plays. There have been times in games I'm watching him and it's just like, bro, like where's this veteran wide receiver I've been hearing talks about, and you're doing the same shit I saw you do in Carolina over here. Like I don't know, bro. Like when
It,
you're when you have the experience that you do, when you're at the caliber of wide receiver people say you are, you don't do that. That is just unacceptable in my opinion.
Look, yes, and I hear everything y'all are saying, right, about running the football and going to your tight ends because you've
mhm.
been doing it all game and it's been working. And I mean, this might have just been a case of thinking, okay, this is an unexpected play call on first down because I don't think they were expecting for them to go for that on that first down call. And if it's executed the right way, the game is effectively over at that point. Like I'm not mad at it. It's the playoffs. I understand it. Take chances, get aggressive. I'd rather you do that than play to not lose. Like me, I can live with losing aggressively instead of losing, and it's because we're obviously playing not to lose the football game and trying to be conservative. I don't know.
I,
I
I,
think it's
I,
just
he-
maybe a difference in opinion.
I hear what you're saying, but and I agree to an extent. That wasn't the time. It was too much time on the clock. You had two timeouts. You were right there at midfield. If you're going to call that play, hey, listen, I this is what I would expect. Ben calls in the play. Now listen, if they give you this look, I want you to do X, Y, and Z. If they come out in zone and they drop back, wait until such and such gets to the next level, look for a gap, pick up 15 yards. Because Caleb could have ran for that 30.
He had a
That's what
sack
I
on the
need Ben,
turnover too.
that's what I need Ben Johnson to do. That's what he's not doing. He's just calling the play and just, oh, okay, Caleb, go ahead. He's too young for that.
How do we know he's not doing that?
Well, he didn't. Did you
Yeah,
see how wide open that middle was? Tom Brady would have ran, and he's not even a runner. He would have ran for 15 yards and then slid.
But I just find it difficult to say like Ben Johnson's not doing that. Like, how do we know it's that Caleb Williams isn't receptive to it?
Okay, well, again, we just going in circles. If
But I
if that's the
also
if that's the
think,
case, then don't call that play then. This is your job. You have to
hearing,
manage your quarterback and manage the game.
but I think this goes into the point that you're saying that you brought up earlier, sir, is like you kind of have a young head coach trying to lead a young quarterback. And I do believe that Caleb feels like he can make all these throws, that he has the talent, he has
Hmm.
the power, that he can make the play. So I think when it came to that play call, he's like, we're going to hit this shit. That was his thought. Especially because he, again, you made that big throw to get your team to be able to tie the game and go to overtime, give y'all a second chance, potentially winning this game. So I just think this is something that they're gonna learn from. Like it is what it is now. It happened, and it ended up costing you the game. Well,
um,
actually, that's not what cost you the game.
I mean
That,
Ben Johnson cost them that game. Point
yeah,
blank, period. He cost them that
Bro,
game.
bro, if
yeah,
they take the
not
if they
that.
take the field goal in the first quarter, we're not even having this conversation.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying.
he
That's what I'm saying.
literally
It's
left
not
9 points
that
on the board.
singular play. It's the fact that you are taking this aggressive nature that I've seen Dan Campbell do continuously with the Niners. You brought it to the Bears, and you're leaving points on the fucking board.
He went for it 9 times. He got it. He went for it on fourth 9 times in 2 games, and he was successful three.
I
That's
mean,
30%.
I'm not even gonna go to the first game. I'm because they won that game, so whatever. I'm gonna go to this game. Like he could have kicked 2 field goals in the first half, a field goal in the second.
Like
That's
that,
3 field goals that they could have had, and that's 9 points. This
Mhm.
game should have never went to overtime to begin with. And I get
yeah,
you want to be aggressive, but it's like at some point, there's a reason why you employ a field goal kicker on your team. Like the nigga is not there just to be there. He there to kick field goals and to take the three. Like this is not the regular season, bro. It's the playoffs. Like it don't matter how you win. It don't gotta be pretty. It don't gotta be nice. But like, bro, like sometimes when you get down to the 20 and it's 4th and 2, kick the damn field goal. Like, and it's just like I said, like I don't mind an aggressive coach. I mean, yesterday the Patriots went for it. I think it was our first, second drive. We went for it on four. I think it was like 4th and 4, and it ended up being a touchdown. And it worked for us. But throughout the rest of the game, we just weren't going on every fourth down. We weren't doing that. And it's just like, bro, like you got burned yesterday because you were too aggressive. And there wasn't really a need for that.
And the other thing, Stafford had a average game. So I'm like,
This nigga, man.
no, I'm just saying, no.
I'm
Did
not,
he
I'm not
I'm
did,
laughing
did,
at the super chat, man.
did he have a game like he did in the Wild? That when
Hold on,
Stafford was
sir.
on
Come
fire.
on. Look at the super chat, sir.
The super text. What is that?
it's like right on the screen.
is JMIK,
I
aka
ain't looking at my
Shannon
phone.
Briggs. Congrats on your Patriots win. Your team got CJ Stroud shook. Pittsburgh Steelers Nation.
And that was
Steelers
Shannon
Nation.
Briggs.
Okay.
and
But
the
nah, it was like
Shout out Christian,
Matthew
man.
Stafford didn't even go Super Saiyan on him. And
Nah, he
it's
didn't.
you know what I'm saying? Like that he been cooking with fish grease, and he had an average game.
not
You know what I'm
really.
saying?
That's something I want to talk about because he was cooking in the first half of the season. Ever since December hit and it started getting cold outside, he not been playing like that. Like I wanted to talk about that because like the Carolina game, he didn't complete more than 60% of his passes. To be accurate, it was 57%. Yesterday, it was sub 50%. And I mean, you can go back in December, look at some of them games like the Cardinals game. Cardinals
Kansas game.
whatever. The Falcons game, he wasn't
You can
cooking
even look
like
at
that.
that last Seahawks game that they
Yeah,
had
I
too.
mean, he was
That
all
was in
right. I mean,
there.
he completed 59% of his passes. Like this has been going on for a little while that he has not been completing a high percentage of his passes. And I'm gonna tell you like this: you're going against that Seattle defense next week in Seattle. This like completing below 50%, 55, 57. That's not going to cut it next week. Like he gonna have to play much better for them to win that game.
Especially with how hot that Seattle team gonna be for that dominating performance that they had. Like, man, listen, that defense was flying
Yeah, it was.
around.
Yeah.
Hey man,
So
me and Certified tried to push that agenda 2 years ago when we said when you push them off that first read.
Bro, we not revisiting that shit, dog, because it's like
Huh?
it's no, I'm just saying it's like what we said about
He played
Jordan
some
Love.
competent DCs and they moved him off the first read, and now he's completing under 58% of his passes. How does that
But
work?
bro, what we said about Stafford 2 years ago, people are starting to say now. 2 years ago, you crazy. What people are saying about Jordan Love right now, we were saying 2 years ago. But 2 years ago, we were crazy. I'm tired of this shit, man.
And look at certified
oh,
grown as
you
a
turned
person.
it
I mean, Josh Allen yesterday, he didn't really want to slander Josh Allen yesterday. He had a chance to slander Matthew Stafford. He didn't do it.
this is growth.
Sure,
I mean, hey, bro, it's called growth, brother.
I see.
Look at it. Look
I
at
mean,
it.
listen, I like
Don't
Matthew
let that
Stafford.
man
I
fool
do.
you. He's still a hater. He's still a
Oh yeah,
hater at
what
heart.
to my fucking
Oh,
core, dog. To my
I
core, I'm a
know.
hater.
I know.
but I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
like
I'm
you
gonna be
hate winning
honest.
Super Bowls too, huh?
Hey man,
Oh
I get it from
wow.
you, brother.
No, I love winning Super Bowls, man. I can't
Really?
wait to be back with Jackson Dart, man.
Okay, all right.
We'll be there before Brock Purdy again.
I doubt it. I got Patriots Seattle and Patriots going pretty much repeat on them.
I mean, we've never
Mm.
happened if beating both them teams in Super Bowl. We've done it many a time. So whether it's the Rams or the Seahawks,
I'll just say
I,
this: John Harbaugh's contract language got agreed upon, so
oh,
it's official.
there it
that's official,
is.
official. Okay.
Mediocre season, loaded.
I don't
They
know.
they they're probably gonna go 9-8.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta see what their schedule looks like too, though, man. Because I mean, that's how free agency and the draft goes.
That'll be a great improvement for Dre. Dre will be happy with 10-7, 9-8.
Yeah.
No, I won't. I got
So
expectations, man. I got a hard ball. I got expectations. Man.
I know most of the division was on the floor, but who's under the burrow? Who was fourth place in the East?
Wasn't it the no,
Mm.
I think it was the
Wasn't it the
Giants.
It was
commies?
the Giants.
Yeah, it was the Giants.
Yes,
It
sir.
was
Oh,
the Giants?
Yeah,
whew.
Yes, sir.
I think the Commanders were one game better than them. I think or something like that.
That's
Yep.
what that means,
Oh,
sir. We
okay.
got that fourth
Bro,
place
how
schedule.
when you
I
get all
said it
those?
on the last episode, man. I said on the last episode, next year I get to be the team that everybody tells is only winning because we play a weak schedule. Shout out to JMIK. So,
Well,
I mean, that's where we are next year.
Is this
oh,
is
I
this
gotta
where we
see.
are as a
What,
as a
what,
sports community?
no,
We
what divisions are y'all playing next year?
I mean, look, we
NFC
got enough
West.
time. We gonna get
I'm
through this. Let's get through the
crying.
draft first and all that, and then
I
we'll
can't.
have that
Bro.
But
I've.
you
Only in the
already
NFC
know
West next
your
year.
but you already
Mm-hmm.
know
Oh
your
boy.
opponent. So you're playing the
Oh,
NFC West and who else?
it's not the AFC East. I know that for sure.
Nah, I'm not sure. I haven't actually looked at our schedule next year. I
Probably
It
do
might be
know
the
Okay,
we
it's
South.
going
okay.
to
Let me check.
I'll
he
look.
might be playing in the
I'll look
South,
it up for
maybe.
AFC
you.
South.
I'll
Yeah,
look it
maybe.
up
but
for
but
you, sir.
I just know we putting belt to ass to certain them next year. Then I mean,
Nigga, we punched on you
uh,
niggas this year,
oh, it's gonna be
and you
beautiful.
had your
Hey,
guys.
we gotta tie the all-time series back up, man. You
We
know, y'all up
punched
a
on
game
you.
right
We
now.
punched on you niggas in your house, and you had your guys, and I didn't.
Yeah, man.
No,
Stop
I
Nobody
didn't
it.
wants
have
all
that.
that,
All
man.
right.
You're not trying to hear that.
Ain't trying to hear that shit, man.
Look. You gonna see
You,
next
you
year,
little
man.
niggas.
You gonna see. But
Yeah,
Okay, let
AFC
me.
look,
South, NFC West.
it's the changing of the guard right now in the NFL. And
NFC.
speaking of the
Okay.
changing of the guard, we did get some
Yeah.
breaking news today.
Okay.
Sean McDermott makes it 10 NFL head coaching openings in this cycle.
Yeah.
Um,
It's time.
they did announce that they're keeping Brandon Bean though.
They
So
elevated him.
uh,
He
wait, they
he's
elevated him
yeah.
to what?
He's like
He's the
president of
president of football operations, and and,
football
and, and
Oh,
he's a
and
GM.
GM.
Oh
So they
God.
gave him
You got that
a
John
higher
Lynch deal.
position.
I mean,
Yeah.
pretty much what they probably gonna do is like
they'll
he'll
probably
go,
bring a
yeah,
GM
yeah,
in.
yeah. What they'll do is like they'll do the draft right, and then after the draft they'll probably be like I'm gonna hire someone as the GM at that point.
They're
So
going Elliot Wolf it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, like when they
But okay, here's my thing. I think you need another voice in Brandon Bean in this draft because under his tenure, I've seen what he's been able to build, and you left that man in position. So I think y'all need to bring somebody in there sooner rather than later, especially when y'all doing free agent evaluations
no, they ain't gonna do that. They don't have to do that. No,
I
like
mean,
no,
This
yeah,
nigga
just
J
draft by
Mick
himself.
is
They ain't have to do that.
This nigga Jay
well,
White.
I
we
mean,
were
let
kind
there
of
be one more draft, man.
ahead of the curve because we had the conversation about Brandon Bean, right? Like, and
hmm
honestly, I thought if McDermott would be gone, that Bean would be right behind him, right? Because you see
Crazy.
the tweet that was circling around with his draft classes. Like, I look back at Joe Shane's drafts and I'm like, well, damn, maybe he's not as bad as I thought he was. Like, shit. I'm looking at these drafts of the Bills like, okay, well, hold on. I mean, Kadarius Toney, that's a miss, but you can't hit them all.
I mean,
Like
and
it's
you see some of
bad
them
over there in
draft
Buffalo,
boards,
man.
that's not good. Like some of them drafts, and I'm in the division, so I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at some of them drafts. It's like some of these players didn't even make it out of their first contract with y'all.
Well, that's what I was saying Saturday, man. Like they haven't. They had one of the best secondaries in the league like 3, 4 years ago. Now they don't.
Yeah,
You know. And then they've struggled uh pretty much this whole tenure with McDermott drafting skill position players.
yeah, man.
I mean, they got the tight ends, but they don't even use them like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, like I could just tell you because like I was on a page of space this morning, and man, like we were rejoicing that Brandon Bean was still the GM, bro. And I mean, that's when you know a nigga not good is when the ops is thanking God that the man is still there. Like so, and you know, I had this conversation earlier too. I was just like, yeah, you can bring in a new coach, but if you continue to build the roster the way you're building it, you're not going to win anything. I don't care if you got the best coach in the freaking NFL. At some point it come down to talent. And you know, I mean, like it's sometimes you can win having Josh Allen, and you know, he might be able to out talent people week to week. But at some point, like you've seen on Saturday with the Denver Broncos just have more talent. And I mean, yeah, maybe they didn't have the better quarterback, but roster to roster, they have more talent than the Buffalo Bills, and that you know, it showed itself.
I've been talking about that Bills wide receiver core for 2 years now, and they have failed to address that position, and they've chosen players that don't fit what they want to run, and it just like this year, it just proved my point even more. Like you guys really didn't address it. You got throwaways, in my opinion. Like Joshua Palmer, like that's a throwaway player. It- the best wide receiver I think that they had was Khalil Shakir, like on the roster. And you brought back Gabe Davis. You signed Brandon Cook. Like to me, that's not.
I mean, but that's an indictment that the Saints cut him. You bring him in, and I mean, like other than Shakir, he's your most effective wide receiver. Like that to me
Mhm.
is a shot across the bow. And this man, like I don't know if y'all know, but during the season, he had the nerve to go on the local radio show, and he was puffing his chest out about how they don't need wide receivers to the fan. The fans,
Brandon Bean.
yeah, that's what he did. He went on a radio station and was pretty much chastising the fans that were wanted to have you know more weapons or like better wide receivers. And then you get down to the nitty gritty of the season and the playoffs, and that's partly one of the reasons why you lost is because your wide receiver core is one of the worst in the league. And trust me, I know about having one of the worst wide receiver cores in the league because we had that 2 years ago. I mean, so I know what it looked like.
But I had
But,
it this year.
huh?
I
My
said
I
receiver
had
core
one
this year
this
good,
year
my nigga.
before
I
last.
don't know what you're talking about.
I
Go ahead.
said
I had
I
one.
had that it's
I
this
was
year.
about to say, I was like, I mean,
Your
I
receiving core
came out
was
the
worse
hole,
than
my nigga. I
mine.
done came out that hole a couple years ago. I'm glad to be out. But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I think a few people are kicking themselves in the ass for passing on Stephon Diggs.
I mean, honestly, a
So
lot of the Patriot fans didn't love the signing when it first happened. They thought he was too old coming off the ACL and all of that. And I mean, a lot of dude, like, I honestly didn't have a problem with it because at that point we had tried to get Godwin. He went back to the Bucks a couple years ago. We tried to get Ridley. He went to the top. Thank God we didn't sign Ridley because that boy is trash. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, we didn't get wide receivers we were trying to get. We were lucky. Diggs was out there. I mean, like, Vrabel want to take a chance on him, and it's paying off, man. Like, I mean, what can you say?
Wait, it didn't really go to Alabama?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
He getting that
That's a
Alabama
crazy
bail.
stat.
he,
Y'all see the
he,
stat that Yuji just gave us?
what he say?
The
what
Bills
is
haven't
that?
had a playoff sack since 2020.
Huh?
Did not know that.
Is
yeah.
that true?
It's I mean, I was in their space earlier, and they said something like I think Bo Nix had like 70 snaps, and they didn't have one sack in that game. So
Yeah.
yeah, that sound about right. It could be true.
Damn.
I mean to make the playoffs every year and never get a sack is crazy. That is
That
insane.
that roster
Wait,
needs an
so they didn't
overhaul.
sack Trevor Lawrence?
I
Wait a
don't
I
minute.
know.
mean,
So the Giants have more playoff sacks since 2020 than the Bills?
I don't
Oh
think
That's
the
what you
wow,
Bills
tell
had
him.
any sacks that game.
bro, y'all made the playoffs like one time, right?
Exactly.
Man,
Yeah,
What?
it was against that Vikings team that wasn't
Oh my
good.
God.
well, I mean, like UG stat probably right because they did sack Trevor once, but that's still in this playoff run, so it's not like that's not all the way incorrect. So I mean, they sacked Trevor once, but I'd have to check on the previous years. But damn, if they haven't had a sack before this year since 2020 the playoffs, that is bad.
Well, so let me ask y'all then, right? Like, because you let go of McDermott, but you keep Beam. So obviously, you don't feel like you need to rebuild. At least that's what it seems like to me. It seems like it's more of a retooling. Maybe we got the wrong guy in here for the job. We need to bring somebody else in here. Do you think that this is salvageable with a guy like a Brian Dayball or Davis Webb or one of these offensive gurus? Or do you think they should go defense? Or do you think they should just blow it up completely?
I think the Bills' mindset, and this is just based upon what they did today, is that they are still a playoff contending team and they have pieces that they can carry next year.
Oh,
They just need to bring in a coach, and they do. I think they also do need to understand that they need to replenish the roster of talent.
it's my bad. You just said he needed to fix that. Is he? They haven't had an edge rusher with a sack since 2020.
Okay, that's
Okay.
okay. Um, I actually agree with I actually agree with UG. Like, he's saying they fired the wrong guy. I think they should have fired Bean, but I don't think it's a situation where you could try to retool. I just think you had a coach, he had a philosophy. So you cannot tell me that the next coach you're going to bring in is going to have the same defensive philosophy. I don't. Joe Brady probably going to be gone. If Dayball's there, maybe you could salvage some of the pieces on offense. I don't think you need to do much with the offensive line. But I think you should just tear down the whole thing and try to rebuild it. I mean, your quarterback's only 29. Like if you try to tear it down, you might not contend next year, like as a serious Super Bowl contender, but you might be able to contend seriously in 2 years. Because teams have shown you that it does not take long if you build it the right way really quickly. That what I mean, like you can get back up, and they have the quarterback. So that's what I would do. Like I wouldn't try to patch this shit because it's just like to me the roster got too many holes. I would just try to tear it down and rebuild it personally.
Hey
Yeah, I
man,
agree.
hey sir.
Hmm?
Cole said you love some more victories, huh?
Oh damn.
Bro, I'm getting tired of this fucking loser, dog. Like he keep. So we was on the timeline, and he keeps. I don't know why he wants to associate himself with me, but the 49ers are the Cowboys. I'm like, brother, and when every time I respond, he'll be like, "Oh well, Super Bowl or bust," and I was like, "Super Bowl or bust is for contenders. Nobody is saying Super Bowl or bust for the Raiders. Nobody is saying Super Bowl or bust for the Cardinals." Nobody is saying Super Bowl or bust for the fucking Dallas Cowboys because they are dog shit. Okay? They have not been contenders since that 5 year run in the 90s.
Now, I
Okay?
agree with you, but why are we saying it about the 49ers then?
Well, I just said it. I mean, am I speaking a different language or something? I just said it. It's
Y'all
Super
not good
Bowl or
at
bust
play.
for the 49ers because we're contenders.
No,
Okay?
but y'all
He's
not
he's
contenders. That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Oh, okay. So he's not a contender. So I'm like, why are you talking to me about football? You
Sir,
can't win your
contenders don't
division.
get beat by
You,
35 in the playoffs. I'm sorry. That's not a
yeah,
contender.
and contenders don't have top 10 picks every fucking year. So
I
pipe
mean,
down.
hey, look, you're
So
right, but I
can
mean,
I
both
finish saying
both
what
of
I
our
want to say?
statements were factually correct. I had
Yeah.
to
Oh,
let you
okay.
know.
Well, I've kicked both of you losers backs in the last 2 3 times we've played. So I
And
mean,
score a damn touchdown. Talk
y'all
about
can hold
contender.
hands and do
A
y'all
damn
coke session or
contender.
whatever. But bruh, Cole, sit down, dog. Stop talking. You are irrelevant. This type of jargon is the reason why people that don't even watch football make fun of y'all. People that don't even follow sports know that the Cowboys are a fucking punchline to a joke. So
That
I
ain't
just
happening.
don't understand why you keep talking. Like I get it. You trying to cry through the pain, brother. You got to do that shit in your basement or something. Go cry to your wife.
Are the Cowboys the third or fourth best team in the NFC East next year?
I think they're the second.
No, that wasn't the right answer.
That's well, goddamn it, that's my answer.
I mean, if we're talking about on paper, yeah. If
Well,
we're
I
looking at
mean,
the roster, yeah. But when we look at the team in totality, the owner, the coaches, the system, the players, no, they're not.
yeah, but the thing is, what I'm trying to tell you is, if free agency and the draft go the way I think it's going to go, I think they're going to finish second at the end of the season in that
2 years
division.
Yeah,
consecutively
nah, I'm
That's
not
end of
what
gonna
I'm
their
saying.
season. Worked out just
can't
how I
answer
wanted it
that
to.
question until I see what they do during the off
Yeah.
season. So ask me this again in May once the draft is over
I mean, but the
and
one
free
thing
agency is
like
over.
Coles, I don't back up Coles a lot, but the Cowboys do draft well. Though. That's the one thing that they do
But
well.
no,
They got picks this year, so just saying. I mean, like their offense is pretty good. Like their offensive line is young. They're not going to draft. I don't think they're going to draft any more offensive linemen. Like those guys are going into their second and third years. I think they're going to play better as long as they re-sign Pickens. If Pickens is playing on that team with CD and Dak, that offense is going to be able to put up points. Not worried about the offense. It's just they gotta add more pieces to the defense to get that defense at least to average.
Oh,
That
they
defense
also have
next
to
year,
re-sign Javante because he was only on a 1 year deal. So lock him. Make sure y'all lock him
yeah,
up too.
yeah. I
if
mean, they
it
might
would
have to sign
if it
Rico
would
back though. They might because
if
I don't think Rico's staying in Carolina. It don't sound like it.
if it was the Green Bay Packers saying what Cole was saying, we could have a conversation. Okay? Because the Green Bay Packers can actually win their division. The Green Bay Packers have actually put themselves in position to get to Super Bowl. Like the Green Bay Packers have just as many uh, NFC Championship appearances since the '90s than the Cowboys have playoff wins.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm
see,
not
I
even
agree
talking
with
about
Coles. You
They,
doing the moral victories right now. You bringing up appearances. What do I care
oh,
about you being there? Win it.
so what did I say? Repeat
Uh,
what I said because I don't think you be listening. Repeat what I said.
maybe I
You
misunderstood you.
don't be
Go ahead.
listening. So like I said, if
Maybe I
Cole,
misunderstood.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
maybe I
because
just
you don't be
misunderstood.
listening.
No,
You
I
you
was
you
listening,
listen
but
to
maybe I
respond.
misunderstood.
I said if Cole was a Green Bay Packers fan, I could entertain this conversation because the Green Bay Packers have gone to multiple NFC championship games. They've gone to more NFC championship games than Cole's team has won playoff games. That is pathetic. That's why Cole needs to shut the fuck up. You can't even win a playoff game, dog. And you talking about Super Bowl or bust. You can't even get to the playoffs. And you're talking about Super Bowl or bust. This is not the conversation for you. Somebody else should be having this conversation. It should not be a cow bitch. That's what it should not be.
Yeah, so when I said I think they're gonna finish second, I'm not saying they're gonna go to the conference championship game. I'm not saying they're gonna win a playoff game. I just think inside that division they're gonna finish second. That's all I'm saying. Now, what they do in the playoffs, I couldn't tell you that because I wouldn't put no amount of money on the Cowboys to do anything in the playoffs, personally.
You still don't believe that,
Exactly.
man. We gonna get this, man. I'm gonna
They
convince all y'all
still
by the
haven't
end of
hired
this.
a D coordinator, have they?
Who
No,
the Cowboys? I think they were
Hmm.
interviewing some people over the weekend for that. I think they interviewed a guy from the Eagles for that. I thought.
Okay, so they still looking around.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like I mean, coordinators are still out there. Like, I don't. You only had two head coaches, and the two head coaches that got hired. Like, I think the only coach that hired a coordinator was Stefanski, and he kept the DC that was already in Atlanta. So, because I don't think Harbaugh's actually hired anybody as a coordinator just yet. So,
No, I don't even think he met with the front office yet like that, have they?
mm,
Ooh.
His
Harbaugh.
official like sit down with the with the team, Harbaugh.
I don't even think they had the introductory press
No,
conference yet.
no,
the
they
press
Yeah.
haven't
conference is
because you
Tuesday.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
remember they were still working
Yeah,
out the language in the contract and
Yeah.
stuff. So since that's done, they can do all of that stuff now.
Yeah.
UG had a question. I put it on the stage. How long do y'all expect Josh Allen to be playing?
Oh,
Maybe 35, 36.
minimum.
See, See, personally, I think he's in his prime right now. I think he got another about 3 years in his 3 to 4 years in his prime. So like he's 29. So that I think he'll be out of his prime by 34. So I'd say like a rope pop said, like 36, 37, he'll be done.
Yeah, I
I
agree with
think it
that.
depends. I think it depends on how he plays the game because, like, these playoffs,
Now,
I,
Man, he
I
usually
was
gets
I was
smacked up.
concerned about him at one
now
point. Like,
we are talking about a talented white man. Okay, nobody's going to rush him out the door. All right,
oh,
he's
wait a minute. You trying to rush my talented white man out the door? Like every time I bring up my talented
he
white
ain't
man, you
Josh
tell me
Allen,
he
nigga.
ain't gonna be in the
He
league
ain't
a
Josh.
year from
He ain't even the best JD in his division.
now. Oh yes, he is.
Ooh, UG nasty, bro.
What do you
Bro,
say? What do you say? What do you say?
He
Cam
said, "I don't
Newton.
think he
See,
lasts long." Cam Newton.
I
that's super.
that's kind of
Nah,
what I was saying without saying it.
nah.
So
He don't
I
take the hits
I
Cam take.
understand Yuji.
He does go out of bounds. I'll give him that. He does pick and choose. Cam was taking on linebackers and shit. Like Josh will lower his shoulder on the DB. He will do that, but he will get out of bounds too.
Really, because I watch a lot of the Bills game because I'm in that area when my team ain't playing, and when I be watching them, he don't go out of bounds that much.
Mm.
I mean, the dude be flopping like crazy though. I'll tell you that, boy. I mean, like he's a LeBron James of fucking flopper for
Oh,
the NFL. I'll tell you that right now.
oh, nigga, he's go to he's Vladi Divac, dog. Like he,
The way to be 6'5", what 240, and the way he be flopping is crazy. It's
I
crazy.
ain't never seen a motherfucker that big to spend that much time on the ground.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
Dexter Lawrence big ass be on the ground a lot, but you know that's a
Yeah,
different
but he's a
story.
D tackle though, man. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
One of the best D tackles in the NFL.
I
Let's
couldn't
put some
tell.
respect on that man name. He was hurt this year, man.
Oh, he was hurt again because that was the
That
excuse
was his
last year.
elbow, man. No, it
It
was
was
the
his
elbow.
elbow.
It was the elbow, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we knew about that coming into the season, though. He had a baby. Like, come on, man.
Okay. All right.
Usually
What,
said 2 more great years for Josh Allen, and that's it.
usually now, okay.
It
Now,
tweaking. What
yeah,
you
you tweaking
Now,
now,
hold
dog.
on,
Two
see,
years?
look, because was it you earlier, sir, that said 2 years ago when we were saying what we were saying about Jordan Love, what we were saying
What
about
about?
Matthew Stafford? Everybody called us crazy. You're doing the
What they?
same thing to Eugene right now, good brother. I just want to let you know.
We're talking about two different things. You got to start writing stuff down, though. You too young to have this bad of a memory.
No, what I'm
I,
saying
I
is
know I know weed is I know y'all got them weed clubs and you know
no, no, no,
you and
no,
the
no, no.
fellas y'all
Look,
congregate and
no, 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 man. But look, what I'm saying is, yes, right now it sounds crazy, but I could see it. Like if he continues to take the hits, I can see where Yuji's coming from. I don't
but
think it's just
where's the
100%
injuries though
hate.
that's backing up
I mean, did you
him.
watch him in the postseason this year? But that boy was hurt. Like his ankle was messed up. Like I think something was wrong with his. I don't say his arm, but like he had multiple ailments. Because like going into that Denver game, they were saying he's expected to play, but he's dealing with multiple ailments. Like them hits start to add up, bro. Like they tell you like as an NFL player, your body can only take a certain amount of hits, and after that, like you just start breaking down. Not saying he breaking down, but like at some point, like it's like Jordan as he got older. Like for those who gotta watch Jordan, like as he got older, he changed his game. He didn't drive as much to the hoop. He didn't drive all the way to the rim. Like he developed a mid range game, and so I think Josh is kind of going to start to fall into that where he runs a lot now. I think he's going to have to slow that down. And I mean, I think he
But
can.
if you
Like,
really think about it, Mick, Cam Newton really, when he was playing, wasn't dealing with a lot of injuries until it happened.
well, I mean, like it was that
Once his
shoulder.
body started breaking down, and that shit started going south. Like he started having injury after injury after injury, and he was like, "Dang, he wasn't injured like this." And at the beginning, the hits, you right. Like your body only got so many hits it could take before it's like, all right, look, I've had enough.
Yeah,
It's gonna start to show. Like I don't necessarily agree with UG saying 2 more years. But I can see his prime being cut short from some of those hits, man. Some of those times where he just, he getting out there. He getting tagged. The offensive line giving us some crazy, you know what I mean, some crazy pressures at times. Like I can see it being 3 or 4 years or something like that, and then you start seeing like a major decline in how he play.
But isn't that what? Maybe I misunderstood Yuji because I don't think he was saying he'll be out the league in 2 years, but that
Well, he
he
said the
has two
decline.
like
He said the
really
decline.
good years and then he'll start declining. Yeah, I mean, but I don't think it's likely, but I do think that there's a path there. Like I said, I mean, Yuji's making the case. If you look in the comments, Josh hasn't faced a significant injury and he continues to play through injuries and he takes a lot of hits. I mean,
That's
all
true.
that is true.
Yeah, it's definitely true.
It's not far fetched. I don't think it's as crazy as you guys made it seem like when he first said it. Is all I'm saying.
And I just think he needs to adjust his game. Like, I mean, he got a really good arm. I mean, he need to work on his deep ball accuracy. I think, like, because I mean, sometimes it's not where it should be. But like, like that's a minor thing. Like, I just think he needs to work on that part of his game because I think what Jay and Yuji is saying, at some point, you're not going to just be able to run the way he run it right now. Like, I mean, you're going to have to kind of slow that down. To me.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, the league is going to be so different next year anyway, though.
It was a
Like, we
torn
don't.
ACL for Charbonnet.
Yeah, so he might not be ready for week one. This is a late. It's like it's mid-January, so he probably not going to be ready till like November. That's a big loss for them, though, man. Like, because he's their goal line back. He get a lot of their touchdowns down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, damn. Like that means I can't bet on that man no more.
Well, I think he'll be back. Well, yeah, probably September, October. Because
Yeah.
Jamal McCoy, he tore his ACL last year around this time for Tennessee.
I mean,
Off-season
luckily for him,
workout.
he's not like a speed guy though. He wasn't fast to begin with. He's more like a power back.
Yeah, because I think Jamad, I think they said he could have ended up playing the beginning of October, I want to say. But, he ended up sitting out for whatever reason. But he was cleared around that time. So, yeah, I'd expect him to be back around October.
All right, so the last topic for we need to recap before we get into whatever else. We got this national championship tonight, 7:30. We
Mhm.
got number 10 Miami versus number 1 Indiana. Indiana favored by 7.5. Over under is 46.5. What y'all thinking, man?
Okay, nothing I'm gonna say is gonna be steeped in no unbiasedness. It's not gonna be, you know, logical, whatever, anything. Listen, I need Carson back to have a legacy game today. I need him to end this run that Indiana is having because I do not like the narrative they are saying about Indiana right now. So I need Miami to go ahead, do what they've been saying they're gonna do, be national champions again, and bring the U back to glory. So that's
I'm
what I'm
with you,
on.
but I'm curious. What exactly, like, what's bothering you about this Indiana team? Just curious.
Mm,
It's
Nothing
gotta be
bothering me
LSU
about
angle.
the.
Gotta be
uh,
LSU angle. It's
It,
gotta be the
is it
fans.
Nothing
is it
is
because they compared them to the 2019 LSU team?
They're
You didn't
saying
like that too
greatest
much?
team in college football.
they're
Yes.
saying if they
Uh-huh.
win, they'll be the greatest team in college football. I heard that
Yeah.
in this one.
I've been hearing that
I
narrative for 3 weeks. You
Well,
know what,
look,
Dre?
if
I'm gonna
they
be
win, we
honest.
can
I'm gonna be
have that
honest.
conversation
I
after.
don't know. No, ain't no goddamn
He
conversation
ain't
to
trying
be
to have
had,
that
nigga.
conversation.
I
Conversation?
mean, look, if they win, it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had, Pop.
Listen, because they not winning. Because Miami is gonna get the job done. They the
I
you.
mean,
You
I'm with you.
understand?
I'm
You're,
throwing up
you're,
to you, man. I'm rocking with the you, but mm,
nah, see, I ain't
they
going
got
that way. I'm sorry. I can't have these Miami niggas on Twitter running around the app like they fucking crazy with their pants on fire. I'm sorry. I
Yep.
can't do it. Sorry. Like
nah.
I'm
Shout
going
out to
Indiana.
all the Miami fans, man. I'm
I'm
rocking
going,
with y'all, man.
I mean, I'm going Indiana. I don't know about the plus 7.5. Like I think this game will be closer than what we think. But then again, if Miami blew, was to blow them out, I wouldn't be surprised either. But I'll go within the lines. Like I'll say it like just like Indiana, either money line or -3. Like I don't think they're gonna blow them out like they did Bama or like Oregon. I just think the game gonna be closer. The game's in Miami's backyard, so they're gonna be pumped up for the game. But yeah, man, it's a machine, man. Like it really reminds me of the Patriots back in the day, man. The talent level that they played against didn't matter. They didn't have the best athletes, but they played as a team, and that's kind of what I see with them.
For me, man, I'm gonna say I feel like I feel like Indiana is gonna pull away in the second half. I think it'll be close. I like the only reason why I feel like it's going to be close in the first half is because Miami, they can score from anywhere on the field. They have a lot of explosive players, but I just feel like the veteran team, the tough team, um, is Indiana, and they play 60 minutes, not 59, and they keep coming, man. Like it's just a steady, consistent
Oh,
pace going forward. And I feel like in the second half, um, I, I think Miami has to go into half up, regardless if they get ball first, second half or not. They have to be up. If they go in down, is I don't think that they're going to beat. I don't think that they're going to play a better second half than Indiana, and I feel like Miami will have one or two explosive plays, and Indiana is going to stay steady and just drive down the field and score seven. And then they're going to get a stop and drive down the field and score seven. And Miami might have an explosive play, and Miami and Indiana's going to stay composed, drive down the field and score seven. They're like a machine, dog.
they are. They're definitely. I call them the Tim Duncan of college football. That's what I feel like they are. I don't feel like they're like super elite athletically, but I just think they're so sound and they play the game the right way. And like you said, they play 60 minutes, and it's just hard to beat that team. But one of the other reasons it's hard to beat that team is because, I mean, they might as well have went to school with certified. They so damn old. But
Mm.
um, Miami also has some age on the team,
They
though.
they
Like
look good just like
they're not a
Sir
super
though.
young team. Miami's not a super young team. I know they got the young dude, Baby Jesus, as they call him. Uh, and you know he cold because a kid out of Florida that everybody called Baby Jesus. Come on, sir. You know
Uh,
what's going
Yeah,
on down
but
there.
hear me out, Dre. Hear me
He
out.
was getting
When
busy.
when
That
when
kid was
when
getting busy.
when them lights get bright and that pressure starts building, who do you trust more to be composed and to execute? Who do you trust more?
Man, I trust Mendoza more than I do Carson Beck. I'll tell you that.
I mean,
Okay.
but have we
Now,
seen?
which team do you coach more? Do you trust more?
I would trust the Indiana team because like they thing about
What?
Indiana, the thing about the reason I say that is because they went through their schedule, man. They went on the road and played tough road games, and they didn't lose. Miami, let's just face it, man. The reason why they almost didn't get into the tournament, man. Their two losses are bad losses, man. Like losing to what I mean, SMU and Louisville. Those aren't particularly good losses to me. And I
So
mean, it could have been the mindset that they felt like the team was lesser or whatnot, whatever the reason. It's just a lack of focus, man. And I just think Indiana does it. They're not going to give you that.
so Mick, did you see it? Did any of y'all? Because I know y'all watch more college ball than me. Did y'all see a game from Indiana? And was like, damn, they don't look good today.
Yes,
Yeah, I
Penn
did. Yeah.
State.
The
Which
Emmy,
one?
the Emmy Penn State game.
Penn State. Okay.
And then they had that
Rival.
crazy catch at the end just to win the game.
Okay.
Yes,
So
and
what?
that was without James Franklin too. That was after James Franklin got fired.
Yeah. So I mean, like
Okay.
that game was kind of rough where they weren't fully focused, but they still didn't lose though. Like they made the plays down the stretch to win the game. So I'll give them credit for that.
I mean, so like I get it, right? They haven't lost, so the argument is, are they gonna lose? And honestly, I think they could have Carson Beck in hell tonight. To be honest with you, but I think that offensive line from Indiana that everybody says is so damn good. I don't think it's as good as people say it is. Or you could say the other side, people are underrating Miami's defensive line. That Miami D line gonna get after the quarterback. And what I do know is if you can get some pressure on Mendoza, he is liable to give you one. All you need is you got to play clean football. You got to make sure Carson Beck takes care of the football.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get after Mendoza and basically use their game plan against them. Control the
So
football,
y'all,
run the football, get up early, and then just
And then I think the
control the
key to
game from
Miami
there.
is running the football. Like if the first couple drives of the game, if they're running the ball effectively, then I think they got a good chance to win. But if they're trying to
man,
run
that
that
boy
ball
fast, man.
and they can't run,
Uh,
it might be an early night for us all.
so y'all pretty much said y'all giving them the QB edge, the coaching edge, and the talent edge. Will the team roster edge?
I mean, except for the skill players, I think Miami got better skill players than them, like
Okay.
wide receiver, running backs. Like I think that's where that's where the playing field gets really leveled off to me in terms of Miami. Because I think like you've seen in the Oregon game, like like they were up a lot, but like Oregon was throwing deep on their corners, and they were successful. And I think I brought this up in the space last week. Like I think the downfield shots are going to be there, but the problem is one of Carson Beck's weaknesses is deep ball accuracy. That's never been his strength. So I mean you could test Indiana's defense deep down the field, but Carson got to be accurate. And so, but if Carson can do that and be accurate, like there are ways Miami can. Let me just say, it's like I think Indiana going to win, but there are ways that Miami can win this game. Like it's not like they're not in the same class as Indiana. Like like their teams are pretty equal to me. But it's just certain things that Miami has to do to be able to win the game. Circa, they got to run the football and they got to be able to throw deep down the field.
So let me ask you, who you think are the better trenches out of the two teams? Because I heard y'all talk about the skill possessions. Because I personally think Miami got the better trenches. That's why I'm asking.
I give the slight edge to Miami.
On both sides of the ball?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
So Miami has the
offensive
better
line
offensive
wise,
line, better
I got
defensive
offensive line.
line,
I'm on
and
Indiana
better.
side, but defensive line I'm on Miami side.
That's interesting because I heard a lot of people think that Miami got the better offensive line. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with you. I mean, if you said, I mean, like, Indiana got the better offensive line, but my problem is,
I
like,
don't think it's by
I
much
think
though,
Miami's
Vic.
D line is so much better than the Indiana defensive line. Like, I don't even think it's that close on the defensive side of the ball.
No, that's why I said I got Miami by. I think offensive line wise, Miami and Indiana is close, but I'm leaning Indiana. Defensive line wise, I don't think it's close. It's Miami. But going to the game though, like I've been riding with Indiana for a good little minute, man. I mean, I picked them to beat Oregon, picked them to beat Ohio State, I picked them to beat Oregon again. I like what they got over there. Like the one thing I do like about Indiana, like when it comes down to a game like this where defense, like Miami, who has been able to get turnovers when Indiana is on their game, when they're not playing the other team's game, when they're as Dre said, playing like the Tim Duncan of college football, they don't get the ball over. Like they're gonna run it, they're gonna throw it, they're gonna take the high percentage plays, they're gonna keep themselves in the game. Um, and Miami is very explosive. So when you playing that slow game like that, Miami got the opportunity to kind of put up some points quick. They do got Malachi Tony, who I mean, very explosive. They got a couple running backs, but I think when it come down to it, when you play with, what I mean, JMIK is certified in high school, and you still in college at this point, you know what I mean, you know what I mean,
This nigga, bro.
you you have perfected the game. So now I'm gonna go with Indiana, man. I think Indiana money line, good call for the night. Give me Mendoza passing yards for sure in this game. I'm a little skeptical though about the running attack. I think the running attack for Indiana won't be as explosive as it has been all year. Um, so I'm gonna stay a little bit away from the yards, but give me damn, what's his name? The running back for Indiana. Give me him for anytime touchdown. Give me Malachi Tony for anytime touchdown. Give me Carson Beck passing yards. Um, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit on that anytime interception too, because I think Carson Beck gonna give him one.
I'm not mad at it, man.
Yeah. I mean, those are not actually bad bets at all. Those are actually good bets.
Man,
It's
I
gonna
ain't
be a
hit a
good game.
ticket. I ain't hit a ticket this year, dog.
What, in college football?
Period.
Not even NFL either.
Nah, man.
When you say this year, you being funny or like you mean like this whole football season?
No,
I
this
gotta ask.
2026.
Okay, see, so you was being funny.
About
See,
2-3 weeks.
Well, the playoffs. The
Okay.
playoffs. I ain't.
See, I thought you were talking about the whole football season. I'm like,
Oh,
damn.
hell no. Hell
I
no.
was say, damn, you might want to consider doing single bets.
No, I hit for almost 4K on that Rams game. I mean 5K on that Rams game. So
Oh, that's what's up.
I've basically just been betting with that money all year.
Man, that's what's up, man. That's solid right there.
congratulations on getting to the Super Bowl, though, JMIK.
Man, I ain't get there yet, man.
Made it back, man.
Man, I didn't get there yet, man.
This shit wide. I feel like this shit wide open for you, bro.
And we got a history of not playing well against backup quarterbacks, man. We got a history of that. So I'm not counting my chickens, but I'm before they hatch. And
I will say this though.
It's
I
funny
feel
that
like
Nick Foles came out and said that shit.
man, you know what? Fuck Nick Foles, motherfucker. Fucking bastard ass nigga.
Hey, look, he was like, just for hope for the Broncos fans, guys. They have a history of not playing the goods.
Fuck that nigga, man.
Backup
quarterbacks in the playoffs.
But I mean, like, it's not even like it's the history that we battling, bro. Like, we've gone to Denver 4 times in the playoffs. We ain't never won there. Tom Brady never won there in the playoffs.
really?
We are 0-4 in Denver in the playoffs. So it's like we're like fighting history. Like it's like on Sunday when. So let me tell a little story. Not a story, but a quick thing, right? So I mean, there's this girl on Twitter, right? She was before our game and her playoff picks. This girl was 0-6. She had the nerve to pick us to win. So we already had the bad juju. And then the betting dude Trent took us as a mortal lock. So we had the double juju on our back. And we still came through and won the game. So, but yeah, like, we've never won in the playoffs. So that's just something that we're gonna have to overcome pretty much.
Yeah. I saw that hoe on her little pics.
Yeah, I think she picked y'all too, huh?
I'm crying.
Yeah. You need to go be a CNA or something, man. This sports shit ain't for you, boo boo.
The Texans have never won a divisional round playoff.
No. No. Even going back to D'Amico and them. Nope.
Yeah, I think they're against us in the playoffs. They're 0-7 now.
And they've gotten
the Tuscaloosa Texans. We got to change that. No,
and they've gotten
updated.
smoked in the divisional round, dog.
We got to get that updated. We got to get them a real quarterback first of all, because I'm rewatching the game right now, and it's hilarious.
$5 super chat too.
Yeah, he just looked bad, and that like I said earlier, man, when I jumped on.
Speaking of new quarterbacks, yeah,
like that was one of the worst performances of a half I've ever seen from an NFL's quality quarterback. Well, I guess you'd call it. Quality quarterback. I guess. I don't know.
If you're going in this draft, would you, as a Dolphin, would you be drafting a quarterback with your first round pick?
No, because this draft doesn't have many first round quarterbacks in it.
And I'm gonna be honest, Miami fans better buckle in for still having Tua for the next 2 years because that contract is disgusting.
I don't think so. I think they might try to run it with Quinn Ewers. I don't like Quinn Ewers as a quarterback, but
yeah, but what I'm saying is Miami cannot trade him. Nobody's taking on that money, and if you cut him, you're not saving any cap.
The Broncos did the same thing, and they came out looking where they're at right now.
It's true. I get what you're saying, but the Broncos had Sean Payton to be like, all right, bro, you know what I'm saying? We gonna do this. Show me something. And here we are.
But what happens if the Dolphins hire Sean McDermott?
What?
Oh God, that'll be funny.
I'm just saying because he's a good.
That'll be funny.
Like the thing about Sean, I didn't get to say this earlier. Sean is a good team to take a team when they down and build them back up. That's what Sean's good at. Now, getting them over the hump that's not what he's good at. But building a team up, oh yeah, he can definitely do that.
I think Hafley's going to be the next head coach of the Dolphins.
Yeah, probably so. But I mean, all I'm saying is that you can cut Tua. You know, the fan base not expect you to do nothing this year, so you could just take that cap hit this year and the next, draft well. I mean, build your team that way.
Facts. And the quarterbacks, like there's gonna be quarterbacks in those drafts too. I mean, think about this upcoming draft, like not this one currently, but the one after this one, all of the names that are gonna be in that class. And then even if you go beyond that one, obviously we're getting into the younger guys then, but you got a Malik Washington potentially, like Keelan Russell still. You got to see what he does. Bryce Underwood improves, all these younger guys. So it's gonna
But who's going to develop the guy?
I mean, whoever he hires the coach and the OC.
yeah.
I mean, and the reason why I say they shouldn't take a quarterback, like, because for me, it's like it's Mendoza is the number one quarterback in this draft. Unless something crazy happened through like the Senior Bowl and the Shrine Bowl and the Combine, all the workouts. Unless something crazy happened, he's QB1. After him, if you're just talking about a first round quarterback, it's Ty Simpson. And after that, I don't think you should be drafting any of these quarterbacks in the first round.
Can I say something about that though, JMIK? Because I get it, right? Because Ty looked bad half the season. But you remember that Ty Simpson, and this isn't me like trying to be funny, talking trash, but you remember that Ty Simpson you saw the first Georgia game against y'all?
Yeah, our defense was asked that game, though, man.
No, that was a healthy Ty Simpson. That was that it came out after the season. So like and this isn't like an excuse or anything like that, because it is what it is. You're on the football field, you gotta win the games. But if you go look at like the injuries he was dealing with multiple injuries later in the season. So I think if you give him time to recover from that, he has a great pro day. I think he'll test very, very well. Maybe test is the wrong word, but I think he'll interview very, very well at the combine. Former coach's son, very smart, has aspirations of being a coach one day. Like I could see him definitely being one of those guys that teams start to fall in love with during the process.
We'll see.
So if you're the Dolphins, Dre, and you're on the clock, and Ty Simpson's there for your first round pick, are you grabbing him?
Where's the first round pick?
I can't answer that question for you right now.
What is
Where the Dolphins pick at anyway?
I think they pick at like 12. I think.
Yeah.
No,
look, we only got a few more weeks after the Super Bowl. We can start getting into this draft stuff. I mean, we got the Senior Bowl coming up end of the month.
Yeah,
East and West Shrine Bowl.
Like if I'm the Dolphins, I don't know if I take him at 11. I might try to trade down, and once I trade down, take him there, like maybe like in the late teens.
I'm starting to like Christian more and more. I don't know why he's telling me, but hey, I agree with you. Get rid of AJ Brown for a draft pick.
Oh man,
send him on over to New York. That's what you want to do. Hey, we'll take it.
We don't need to do this right now.
Well, man. I mean it was Christian. No, Christian. He sent it in a super chat. I'm just reading the super chat.
Man, I got no comment on that.
Zero comments.
AJ Brown for a draft pick.
Okay. Well, I hope whenever you get AJ Brown, get rid of him for a draft pick, okay, Dre? Because he's definitely not on your team. All right.
God damn.
With that being said, do we got anything else for the people?
Nah.
Nah, I mean, keep your ears like open because man, there's about to be a lot of head coaches hired within the next couple of weeks. That's it.
Yeah. I say the next 10 days.
Don't keep your ears open. Stay tuned in to the check down. We're gonna bring you all the hot news whenever you need it. Whenever you need it. We're gonna try to do more of these lives and things of that nature so we can keep y'all tapped in. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in every week. You know what I mean? Y'all stay tuned in with us. Y'all keep building the community. We appreciate y'all 100%, man. Sir, what you have for the people, man? What you was finna say? Go ahead.
Oh no, Pop, you got it.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Pop. Take us out.
All right, bet. Remember to follow the YouTube page, follow the CheckDown NFL Twitter page, join the CheckDown NFL Twitter community. Always remember to tell a friend, and we'll tap in with y'all later.
This is the check down. No fluff. No filters. Just football.